Hello, Nick. How you doing? Dee. Well, I'm a bit early, boys. Nice to see you all here early. Land Knives, very nice to see you. Dugan, nice to hear you. Nice to hear you. Nice to see you. All Black, nice to see you. Chris, lovely Jersey knife guy. Land Knives, I'm not sure. Have you been on before? I'm not sure I recognise the name, but forgive me if I'm wrong. Birdman, how you doing? Duncan? Nick, I haven't been watching every episode, but when I watch, I love each one. Cheers, Nick. Oh, you couldn't watch them all, Nick. You would need mental health. Jonas, hello there. How you doing? Namaste. I hope I pronounced that right. I see you're still favouring that. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love that. That's lovely. The 1502 is a great, just a great little work knife like a sodbuster. But that is worth way more than what they're charging for it. It is just a stunning knife. Even the carbon fibre is just stunning. Stunning. Really having so much fun with that. Bit heavy, that's about the only thing I would say about it. But when you got all that stainless steel, I suppose it will. Oh, Messer HQ, how are you doing, sir? It's nice to see you. How much it's about, was it 28, maybe $33, I think, for this. 28 to 33, I'm not sure what it was. I It's going to be if it's, I think there's still some available on AliExpress, but there'll be more in very shortly. They're going to let me know, and then I'll do the review on it. Big Red, how you doing, JB? I missed yours earlier on again tonight, and I had a lion this morning. My little new dog, well, it's not a new dog, it's about 6 months with us, has had us up about 5 o'clock every morning this week, and I was shattered. So I had a nice lion. Sally gave me a lovely lion, so I enjoyed it. Chris, hold fire, because although this, I would buy it on its own merits, but there is a slippy coming. Now, I maybe shouldn't have been saying that, but there is a slippy coming, but I wouldn't let it stop you buy that. Mr. J. Kulak himself, how are you, sir? Yeah, I mean, it's really, really well done. The carbon fibre, and it is carbon fibre. Well, I think it's carbon fibre anyway. Let me see if I can get this nighttime isn't really great for, but that looks like carbon fibre to me right the way through. Really does. It's beautiful. And that bomb shield, you cannot feel it. It's so flush. Really, really enjoying it. So what is that gorgeous knife? That is the Brother knife. It's a new release from Brother. They have done these in the past. This is a fantastic knife. They made a couple of dodgy ones, I have to say, in the past. But this 1502, these were from AliExpress. That's where I got them. That 1502 is back out again, and it's an absolute stunner of a knife. I've just done a review on that, so you can see that on the channel. Lovely big sod buster type pattern. This is a lockback, and the most beautiful blade shape. It reminds me very much of the Benchmade, I have to say. The Benchmade Slippy really does remind me of the blade stock. It's not the same, but there is a bit of a belly on it, which is nice. Right, while we're waiting for some more to get in, what have you had this week? Who's had a nice knife this week? the proper neck. Yeah, it does. The blade shape is similar. I'll put them right. I'll do it in the review anyway. I'm hoping next week they're going to give me the go ahead to do the review on this. They should have fully topped up AliExpress by then. They're lovely people, I'll have to say, and they have some lovely knives coming out, not just, the smallish ones. 60 knives, my goodness, you must be working hard. Um, oh, it's my joy for Woodland Tactical. They're only knives, that's all it is. I just woke up this morning and I hadn't planned to do anything. I was reading about them last night and it just broke my heart. That's awful hard for a young family. So they're only knives, that's all they are. And I've been blessed since I've been in this community. So time to give back a wee bit. Beginning of the week, I got the Tucson TS90 Slippy. What do you think of it? I've been on the fence about getting it. I just wasn't sure. I bought quite a lot of Slippies this year. M390 titanium scales. Oh, that sounds blooming lovely. The fit and finish is usually really good. Chapio, nice to see you, sir. Won the grand prize, something obscene company. J Cape V3 from Dario. I think I seen that during the week. Hello there, Tony. How are you? Got the chopper teardrop jack from Rough. Oh, that sounds nice. Is there a review this week on that, JB? Tough as nails. Yeah, the Tucson are just lovely knives. Lovely, lovely knives. I've actually got my friend in Hawaii who is a Tucson fanatic is actually posted me a couple of smaller Tucsons over, which is really nice of him. I'm saying, friend, I really hadn't, had that much contact with him. I thought it was lovely. He knows I like smaller knives, and he had bought them, and I don't think they fitted his eye, as happens, regularly. Trying to adjust this light here. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Nobody else had anything new this week. You're very quiet. You've been very good boys. Are you saving up for anything? Hello, Carla. How are you doing? Oh my goodness, that sounds good, Tony. I must go back and have a look for that. I must have missed it. I'll have to be honest with you. I don't enter in for an awful lot of them. What is it they say? You have to repost. I think it says repost. I don't know how to repost. I've no idea. I should ask somebody, but I never bother. I'll agree with that. Hello, Steve. It's Paddy time already. God flies in, doesn't it? I got butterfly tax this week. Yeah, but it's worth it, isn't it? Yeah, you need an application for your phone. No, that's not going to happen, Tony. You're saying it's not that hard. You haven't got my head. Technically, I don't do applications. So, to be honest, once I said that, I'm quite happy not to bother anyway. But I do enter a few of them now. When it's really simple and you just have to nominate two people or three people, I'm quite happy doing that. DDT. Is that very glary to use? It seems it to me. Big Red, I'm loving this. This is such a handy little tool. What a lovely little tool. 3 mass shootings. My goodness, I've heard about two, but I was going to say something later on about it. Like, God bless the people. They were just horrendous this morning when I heard them, but there's another one. Ganzo 7452 last week, loving it so far. Yeah, Macca, it doesn't matter whether they've been out for a couple of years. I still buy Ganzos now. Even some of the ones I've had before. Because you do tend to give them away. Ganzos are great for giving away to people who are, especially getting into knives or maybe just haven't had one. There's my friend from Hawaii. Hello, I just was talking about you. Were your ears burning? Nice to see you here. Nick, John, how you doing, John? There was a shooting in Daytona, Ohio, and I managed to a couple of days ago, and right, oh, it's just scary, like it really is. Um, how do you boys feel about things like that? Do you think it's the gun laws that need changed? I know this is a debate that goes up every time there's a shooting. I just don't think guns do the killing. I think the mental health of so many people around this world is just dodgy at the minute. It's just scary. The HK model after it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I started off with Ganzos. And then the 940 was my grill knife. I still count it as my grill knife, but I started off with a Ganzo model. And then you just gradually, as time goes past, you do collect more and more knives. I mean, funny, somebody was saying in the comments during the week there that he hoped I wasn't going to go down the line of getting all expensive knives. But I mean, the honest truth is, once you've been in this, like I've been 2.5 years now, I've been doing this. I love finding a bargain. Like I love these brothers coming out and contacting them. I know that I'm going to get some more brothers to show you. Um, but yeah, you can only collect so many budget knives and you start becoming interested in other knives. And I think that's just how it is. But I'll never leave the budget knives because I like them. I mean, Rough Riders are just good knives. Ganzos are just good knives. Brothers are just good knives. I'll never stop buying them because they're good knives. Inexpensive knives, whatever way you want to look at it. Which do I prefer, the 940 or the Griptilian? Without a shadow of a doubt, the 940. I think it's just one of the best all round. Um, I need to get a Tuya. I've got a small Tuya. I think I have. I might have gave that away to you, mind you, but what's this one here? I think this is a Tuya. Sorry, I'm still on this. Sorry. Ooh, I've moved my desk all around. I've got different drawers to put my knife in, which are round the desk, so I'm not having to hook for them. I think this is the Tuya, Tony. Yeah. Is this the Sunday night special or something called it? The SNS, which is a Tuya knife. It's the only one I've got now, but I mean, it's a lovely little small knife. Lovely recurve here, so any cutting you want to do, it just flies through boxes, anything, rope. Really nice little knife. But that's the biggest. I haven't got any more yet. Is that a clean you gifted? I don't know. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a conversation there. Oh, this one here. Yes, this is. I'll throw that down there. This is Big Red. Give me this one. This is the electrician's knife. With this, I just think this blade is amazing. It's a great pry bar or screwdriver, but it's also got a cutting blade here, if you can see that, which I have sharpened, and it's great. It's just a great little blade, and it's a locking, because, oh, there we go. This is a locking blade, so when you turn in the screw, it doesn't slip on you. Now, yes, sorry, I'm still on this wee puffy thing. As I told you about, was it just over a week ago, I tried smoking again after 5 years off them. I had two cigarettes and I thought it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever tasted or smelt, and decided not to bother. But I got one of these wee puffy things, and to be honest with you, it scratched the itch, if that makes any sense. Emma is impressed. Such an old man can do a live. You just tell Emma she is beautiful and to stay away from you. You're a bad man. Did Emma not know I could see her too? Dee. Now, any stories this week? Anything happened? Any knives that didn't work as well as you thought? It's funny, we always ask any good knives, but anybody got any knives that they weren't impressed with? Or maybe something happened to a knife they thought was better than what it was? Mrs. Big Red says hello. Hello, Mrs. Big Red. How are you? And do you want to know something? Definitely, I know he's punching way above his weight. Um, no, nobody's had any bad knives. My goodness. I seen that, Tony. Sadly, it's not in my budget, but there are some beautiful. In fact, I was actually showing them to Sally, and she's been picking your knives up even during this week and looking at the blades. She loves the all the different blade types that you have. She was admiring. I can't remember which one she was. I can never remember the names of yours anyway. But yes, she's been having a wee look. And Sally doesn't often look at things, and find them attractive, especially knives. You got the FH11 CF and G10, and they're both. The FH11 is a great knife, yeah. I've got the only one I've got left now is the FH11, the stainless steel version, the all stainless steel. Sant Mai, that's it. Or am I allowed to say that? Was it not Cold Steel said we're not allowed to say that anymore? Thank you very much, Mr. HQ, and I shall see you again shortly, I hope. Great reviews this week, by the way. Messer HQ, if you haven't been over to his channel, Messer HQ, um, great channel, great knives, quite a lot of slip joints if you like them. Hey Kurt, having you a great weekend. Steve, by the looks of it, he's not working very hard. He's about 60 knives lying about him. Hello, Zach, you're not too late. How are you? Yes, Messer HQ. Pop over and see his channel. Great channel. Pretty not bad, just getting anxious. Oh dear. No anxious. Remember we talked about that? And hi, Zach. How are you? That was very generous, your offer of when the donation came today. Thank you, sir. I'm going to mention that later on. Not so much about you, but for everybody who entered the draw. Don't take any more. Put a stop on them until you've caught up. Take the pressure off. Yes, I'll put the wee video up today, whether you've seen it or not. I'll just let this out now. It was Zach. It was an awful challenge, but to enter to get the my 5,000 subs, you have to give $2. Doesn't matter what you've given before. You have to give $2, and then come back and say I'm in. I'm not checking up. It's just do it yourself. It'd be very very helpful for Woodland Tactical, whose brother is going to have horrendous hospital bills and the like, and he's going to be off work for probably a year. So, but the people, there's an awful lot of people in this community here just so generous have said, I've gone and donated, but I don't want anything. So what I've decided, and it was Zach that gave me the idea because he sent me a text saying, I'm in, but I don't want, if I win, send the knives to Woodland Tactical and he can sell them again. Well, or do a raffle for them, whatever he wants. So I've decided, because it's my giveaway and I can do what I want, I'll have to go and put it in the description. Anybody who says they're in, that means they've donated, but they don't want anything. If they're drawn out, I am sending the knives to Kurt on that person's behalf. It will be sent on their behalf to Woodland Tactical, sorry, and Zeb can do what he wants with them. He can sell them, raffle them, do whatever. But I thought that was only the fair way to do it. Zach was first to do it. Fair play to him, and I think it's a great idea. So I'll be adding that to my description. I say I'm going to leave that up there for a month, and I'll do the draw at the end of the month. So that's that done. So what have I been carrying this week? He will just baton them. That's great. I was saying, Bryce, that's just so nice of you. It's been, look, do you know, last week this community for a couple of weeks have been fighting around, biting each other's backsides. And this week, when this sad thing happens, look how much it's like a family. We did come together and we are coming together. And to me, that just warms my heart. It really genuinely does. It's just great. It's just great. A blink and everything has changed, and we're all back on that terms of let's be a little community again. So I got this last week, if you've seen my videos. So I've been carrying this, well, just under a week probably now, but this is the Gent. And this is what I bought with my, what do you call, oh, Stephen, come on. What do you get on YouTube when you advertising? My advertising revenue, I bought this. So I know, Steve, I'm sad. I bought this Gent, and do you want to know something? Long before I get to the review of it, I have never felt a knife with that. Look at this. I'm pushing the back of the blade as gently as I can. Listen, it is the smoothest. You don't feel the ball bearings. It just glides over it. I have never felt a knife as just beautiful as this is in hand. So I mean, this is my first, well, we made them, so it's the first knife by we, and I'll have to say everything about it is just perfect. Fit and finish, blade centering. I have thwacked this for a week and I haven't had to adjust the pivot. I haven't taken it apart, nor do I intend to until I've dirtied it, and then I'll do it. But absolutely beautiful. I think I was trying to measure the behind the edge on this. And do you want to know something? You see the behind the edge on this, and the Para 3 lightweight, and this Ganzo. There's only a couple of points between them. They're all just in and around the 2000s. They're just, this is a cutting machine. I'm doing the cutting video of that. I suppose I've had it done, but I'll probably do it tomorrow, hopefully. So many reviews lying in the background that I haven't done. This one, although it's only got one washer, which I thought would be a problem. Look at this. Oh, well, as soon as I say I'm going to do it, it just flies down. There's no problem with it. Now, it's not drop shotty, but it's pretty goddamn good considering it's only got one washer. Has anybody else got the Gent? Does anybody else feel the same way with the Gent? And are all the wee knives as good as that Gent? Because if they are, I'm going to have to get more, because that's just outstanding. Hello, Slicey, what about you? And Eric over at Slick Slicers there. Yes, the Gent is Slicey. Honestly, it is the smoothest. I don't have many high end knives, and I suppose this is not high end as in price, but the mechanism and just that, this is just. I've never felt anything as smooth in my life. If a Chris Reeves is smoother than this, I think I might get. I'll probably do a dance. I'm crawling back under the workbench. Steve, it was really nice to see you. Now you go ahead and work there. Love the Par 3. It's right up there with my 940 as my favourite. I like it. And I've been using it again this week. I was carrying it today. I still don't like it more than my Benchmade. I keep saying that, and some people have never seen them, so it's better if I just get it out. This is still my favourite lightweight knife. This is probably my second. And for all practical purposes, they'll both do the same job, to be honest with you. I just like this one more. The steel I like more. But I have to say, I do like this. But this is still my number one. But I done a review on this, and I think I was unkind to it. And I might redo that review to give it its credit. I like it much more than I thought I did. Have you ever done that before? You review something and then about 2 weeks later you realise you're a prat. Civivi backlight is the smoothest knife. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like so many people just keep saying that they're Benchmade 940 or the bug out, Paddy. The 940 has always been my favourite knife. The bug out is my favourite lightweight knife, without a shadow of a doubt. But the 940 is always my favourite full EDC knife. Now, the 940 or that is not my best knife. I know that sounds a wee bit. My best knife is still my Strider. I like this better than, this is the best knife I have, both in expense and I just love the use of it. It's just a beautiful knife. Love it. Yeah, I'd noticed, I heard you saying the other week, Slicey didn't have a 940 because you used to have the carbon fibre one. I think you've had every variation. The Titac 2, yes, I've got one, Duncan. I love my Titac 2. That's a hinder, Simon, yeah. What did I say? Strider? Oh, I would do that. My view of the zip slip. Oh, I didn't. I missed that. I have to say, it doesn't bother me. Washers are. I'm not really. I don't really need that speed. It's nice when it's there. I would love the CF 940. Yeah, so would I. I just over here £300 for the CF 940. I just wouldn't pay that. That's what $375 for a Benchmade 940. Nope, sorry. Try the Camillus Chuck. Amazon under £17. Now, when you're saying Amazon, sometimes what you get in Amazon over in the States, we don't get over here. Um, I've got the classic green and I love my classic green, to be honest with you. To me, it just, when I look at it, I see 940. The other ones are beautiful looking, especially that carbon fiber with the S90V is beautiful. But when I see my green one, it's just a 940. It's the 940 I noticed first, if you like. Civivi Nadja, that's quite a big knife, isn't it? The Civivi, I think all the Civivis have been quite big. Am I right in saying that? I don't follow Civivi that much, to be honest with you. I hear you, Rick. Yeah. Do any of you that have the Andre de Villiers customs? Um, Slick Slicers, who's on the channel here, if you ask him that question, he has about four of them and he swears by them. He loves them. Oh, there he is. Get yourself in contact with that man. He'll give you every answer you need. The Thomas and not just practice are the biggest Civivis. I like the Praxis shape though. Again, it's that. Do you know? It's funny. I love the shape of this and other knives that have got um that shape. It really is. There's something simple about it, but it makes for a really. It's much the same as this. Do you know what I mean? There's so many blades that are that sort of shape. All right, you add a wee swedge or something, but in all reality, they're. You know, if Ganzo come out with one this shape, they'd say it was a blooming a copy. But there is so many about at the moment that are this shape that I love. I do want to get a coal sometimes. Never heard of coal. Nothing wrong with a simple drop point. No, I mean, it's just an everyday, especially EDC, it's just the perfect EDC blade, really. Although I still think the clip point is the prettiest. Ganzo FR is a shape that isn't it, Paddy, the Ganzo? No, where's the Ganzo F41? Where's mine? Oh, isn't this one? Is this the F41, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. That is a beautiful knife, but you know, oh, there's so many knives that are just drop points, and they're so similar, so similar. But again, this is a beautiful full size, for me, a full size EDC knife. But it's funny, nobody seems to argue about the blade shapes of the drop points. Warney, yeah, can't beat them. I love the Warneys, especially in my traditional knives. And here is one. This is my other Michael May. This is one of the nicest Warncliffes. This is the blue jean micarta. It's very dark, but it is beautiful. And this is a slicer. That nearly disappears when you see it. There's nothing off that blade. It's just amazing. Beautiful knife. The big red. No, the Elementum. I seen one this week, and it looked absolutely lovely, I have to say. What other warnies have I got sitting about me here? Oh, there. Well, there's the. Well, this is more of a. That's a sheep's foot. And I would love to send this in for testing, but I really don't want to know the answer. I got this when they first came out, so I'm really hoping this is a really good one. In fact, I'm going to say it is. Hello, Ed. How are you, sir? Which one? Which one is your EDC knife lately? It has been the Gent. I've also been carrying it as a tester knife. I've been testing it, but it's been my. When I go out EDC, I'll always take a traditional with me. So if I'm going out, there's a typical pairing of the case and this one. So I'll take them out with me when I'm going out. But yeah, I've been with the Gent. Although today I've had the Para 3 just around the house. A Chavez Ultramar? No, it's like, to me that looks like a huge big lump of metal. That wouldn't be my scene. I'm not really into the big huge ones. Remind you of the knife laws in Ireland. They're nanny state laws. We're only allowed to carry outside a blade that's under 3 inches and has a slip joint. In our own personal, in our houses, or if you're out in the forest, or if you have a reason, you can carry anything except automatic knives. Now that's roughly it. I mean, there's more, but in our house we can own any sort of knife except um, what they call flick knives, automatic knives. And it's just a pain in the backside. It really is. Paddy and the pokey. I ignore life logs. They're very square. Um, I it depends where I am. It's sort of, if you use your look. I'm 60. I'm not a young lad who's running about having fights and going into clubs or pubs. So when if I take a bigger knife out, I'm usually going to go into the woods or whatever, somewhere that I'm not going to attract attention. Um, as long as you use a bit of common sense. Although, if I'm going to do that, I try not to take something that's very expensive, just in case. Hello, John. How are you? Nice to see you. And Jacko, I'm sure that I might have said hello. Anybody ordered anything for this week? Sword canes? A sword canes? I've never heard of that, Birdman. Sword canes. No, you don't want to know. I do want to know. I think it's great. I love to see your knives. There's something else, I'm very rarely ever going to see in real life, so I just get excited for new knives. 0.5. Oh my goodness. I thought the blade looked bigger. I wasn't listening, Slicey. But it's a big chunk of a knife. Right. Never heard. Only have a Y starting a Ganzo. What do you mean, only have a Y starting a Ganzo? There's nothing wrong with a Y starting a Ganzo. That would excite me. I'll be sitting waiting for the postman when I've got a Ganzo and a Y start coming. Oh, John, looking forward to that video. We were just talking about that. That's a nice looking knife. Nice looking knife. If I walk at all, I walk with a stick. I'd love a sword stick. Is there something wrong with you boys? Have you joined a wee gang or something? A sword. What do you think of the backlocks, Jeff? So far. A walking stick with a big knife. No, I'm not into walking stick with big knives. Plus the fact that he takes it off me, I haven't got enough energy to run away from him. Prefer a machete. Oh, you boys need help. A Spyderco Dragonfly in the H1. Stephen Smith, that's a good buy. I like that. But do you know what I really fancy is I fancy the native. I've never had a native 5, but they're doing the native 5 with the that other non-rust one, or nearly non-rust blade material. There you go. Heads away, can't think. See, when I'm under pressure, it's no good anymore. Whatever you call it, somebody will come in and tell us what that other one is, not H1. It's it's on the chef's knife. What is that tool in the top center of the screen? Oh, this this is a $1 pry bar from AliExpress. I threw it in my cart one day. I really don't know why. I'll use it for pictures, but I'm not, well, I'm not saying I'll never use it. I'll leave it there just in case I need to pry something. But usually if I need to pry something up top there, I have my Leatherman and I usually just get it out, if I'm going to be honest. Trezula Tanto. Somebody was showing a review of that today. I haven't watched it yet. Hello, Bruce. How you doing? Yeah, they're fine. I mean, I just haven't used it yet, to be honest. I have a Dragonfly H1 and a Native 5. Not to brag. No, no, there's a new Native 5, and it's not the H1. It's yellow, and it's got the same steel that the Spidey Chef has, LC200. So I quite fancy LC200. Yeah, it looks like a great steel, and it looks like it takes a good edge. So I think I'm going to save up and get that. I fancy that Native 5 with that LC200. But if I get the yellow one, I will be dyeing it red. I'm not that keen on yellow. I've got one yellow knife, which is, I have to say, I do love this one. This is the little sword buster. This is an A.G. Russell who just passed away recently. It's his wee sword buster. A lovely knife, really nice. Just at the near the carbon feel pry and blade. This isn't taking my hands out. Right. Holds no sharp easy, but not super steel enough for some people. Oh, I still like HCR14. I'm a weirdo. I have 440C done well is great. I keep saying this every week. It's just learn how to sharpen it. It really doesn't matter what the steel is. The UMC K bars. Do you know, I would like to probably have one of them just for my collection. I can't think of any time that I would use it. You've got a couple of rail steels, right? Yes, I have, yeah. I've got a couple of rail steels. They're in the 14 C28. Absolutely amazing, just lovely steel, and it takes a wicked edge. Well, I got this master off and I didn't get charged any taxes, which is great. It's the first time I've ever bought an American knife at American prices, which is just great. It was $3.60 for delivery. So I was over the moon when I didn't get the custom charges. It actually came to the UK via the Netherlands. Now, I don't know whether that has anything to do with it because they said it was coming from America. So why it would come via the Netherlands, I'm not sure. Zach, are you away? Thank you very much for coming in, Zach. Dave Donkey, what about you? Hi, are you? One of my friends in the US got his Gent from the Netherlands. Yeah, it surprised me because I didn't get a tracking number from, well, I got a tracking number from Drop, but I could never get it to track. And it just turned up. It was about 3 or 4 days later than what they said it would, and it came via the Netherlands. But if it's going to come via the Netherlands and I don't get hammered with the UK duty tax, I'm quite happy. Yeah, and then they charge you another. When I get the last time I get charged it, I get charged the duty, and then I get charged another £11 for them to deliver it to me, which is just when you've already got a knife that's being delivered to you, they redirect it to customs and then charge you £11 for the privilege. So, I'm not going to moan about it. Sure, it's It's what pays the healthcare service, which is sometimes more important. Kroll, I hope I haven't ignored you there. I just seen sign. Sometimes I can't keep up with all this writing. Keyboard Dozer is a super cool knife. Jacko, you are just right there. One of the most, one of the, oh, I just love the keyboard. It's such a lovely, it's another thing that I like that we don't see an awful lot of anymore is that it's a hollow grind. I love a hollow grind in a knife. Where's my keyboard? Can't find it. Can't find it at the minute. I'm capable of wording things in a way that get people dinged with customs, so I usually don't ship over there. I've had no problems, Lacey. I'll have to say I've been, very lucky. I've never lost a knife. The only time the only knives I've lost is when I sent, um, oh, what do you call them? It does all the boxes, the giveaways. Oh, my head tonight. Oh, cheerio, JB. Thank you very much for stopping in. I'll get to watch yours very soon. Finally got a bug out, Bruce. Well, what do you think? What do you think? BJ, how are you doing? My head is gone. Yes, I sent it to America. I sent about four knives in a box to America. And when it got there, they posted the box, but somebody had slit the side and took all the knives out. And that's the only problem I've ever had. I've been very, very lucky. I mean, a lot of the times as well, if it's, a reasonably priced knife, I don't even pay for tracking or anything. So, and it still gets there in America. I'm doing great, thank you. Yeah, I'll have to say, gosh, 2.5 years now, and I have not lost anything. Although I'm saying that, and the fella from RG2 Leatherworks sent me it's a flashlight, slippy or slip, I should say, and I'm sure it's been nearly 2 weeks now, maybe longer, and it hasn't arrived yet. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed it's going to come this week. Yeah, well, I have to say, I just usually put camping gear in mine. Most of the Chinese, they get stuff as camping equipment. Yeah, and that's why I started putting it in mine, and that's where I've got. I just really have had no problems, which is great. It must be sickening to post something and get it lost in the post, and then having to sort of resend again. That would be a nightmare. But then again, if we were sending it, you have to say to people, look, if it doesn't come, I'm sorry, that's it, because you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart. So hopefully the person on the other end will understand it. Also send a bunch of useless crap along so they're extra in the box. Ah, blue collar, how are you, sir? It looks like you're working a bit too hard. I haven't seen you for a long while. Well, I haven't seen your videos for a long while. I hope you're okay and not overdoing it. Just make sure that wife of yours is giving you plenty of massages. You certainly seem to be. Right, I'm just going to give this a wee rub here. Uh, there we go. Bruce, that's a brother knife in D2. Is D2? Is that this one, Bruce? Sorry, did I miss you? No, this one's not in D2. What was the brother knife? Can't think. That's in VG10, and that's in. This is 440C. That's the brother knife. How long have you been on YouTube? Would you believe it, Tony? About 2.5 years now. It has absolutely flown in, hasn't it? I mean, you were one of my first subscribers, and it's just the to have you sticking by has been just great. But 2.5 years. Oh, blue collar sales guy. Yeah, that beautiful is it really is just stunning. And they have a slip joint coming out soon. They have other, and I've seen pictures of them, but I can't show them. But they've some beautiful knives coming. So, brother are up in their game again, which is lovely. LOL, I think you had 30, if that. Oh gosh, you wouldn't have had that many, I don't think, Tony. Oh, 30 subs, are you saying? Yeah, about 30 subs. Yes, I would have had probably about 30 subs. You were one of the first. You were right in there. Um, it amazes me, and I'm coming up close now. Well, I've still 300 to get the 5,000, and I just so paper cutout. Yeah, I had my Paddy potato peelers in a paper cutout across the table. It was very primitive, and that's why I keep telling people there's a lot of people now who are a bit frightened to start a YouTube channel because they don't think they've got enough to get started. I had next to nothing when I started. Next to nothing. It was a few ganzos. I had a Spyderco. Um, I am actually going to go and see a doctor. Delica. I need help. So I mean, I have you've also I'm over 500,000 views. It's amazing. Over 500,000 now. I think it's 540,000. Amazing. Yeah, I think starting the way I did with next to nothing and learning and the amount of people chip in and give you a hand, to learn about knives and what you should be looking for. But the other thing, Tony, I think for people like myself, well, maybe not just for people like myself, I think it's probably great advice, is don't get into debt for knives. To me, that's I've seen so many people come on here and they start and they've got cheap knives, and within about 2 months, they're having 500, £600 knives. And then after a year, they disappear and you never see them again. And I think don't rush. There's no rush to get all these fancy knives. Only listening videos. I don't know. I'd like to say. Oh, Stephen, that's very nice. I don't know where. I haven't seen. Stephen, I'll go and check. Very, very kind of you, sir. Very, very kind. I shall go and look at that after this. Stephen Smith, Stephen Smith, Stephen Smith, Stephen Smith. See the way I repeat that? Probably forget it now, but yes. The one thing is just don't get into debt for knives. To me, it's a hobby. Do not get into debt. Otherwise, I see so many people going the way where they go and they rush to the top. If you've got the money, that's fine. But when I see them starting off and they maybe haven't got that much, and it's made it nicer because I've got the stage now where my Hinder is my most expensive knife by far. But I love it the more for it, and I'll look forward to in time getting more, which is just lovely. I'm in no rush. TL29, it is a cracker. It's just plastic scales, just a wee electrician's knife as they called it. I think was this given out in the US Army? Maybe I'm wrong on that, but the TL29, I think was given out in the US Army maybe a few years ago. Any experience with rook knives? Yes, great knives. Lovely, lovely knives. Um, it's funny, I was getting these out the other night. Where's my big rook? I think it's down here. Excuse me. I'll just get this. I remember seeing JT's Knife Life getting this at Blade Show. Oh, that needs a good clean. But this is the Rook P105Q. This is a monster of a knife. But that G10 is just beautiful in hand. Absolutely beautiful. And it is in the 14C28N. Absolutely great knife. I'm going to have to clean it. Beautiful. Yeah, BJ, it's exciting. It's lovely. Yeah, the Rook, I have to say, I have two of them. I have another big one. I'll not get it out now, but I have another big Rook as well that Steve Clover actually gave me. Beautiful knife. My dog's going mad and barking. Sorry if you can hear that. My wife's shouting at it, but he wants to go out again. US Army linesman knife. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was. I remember JT getting that and showing it off. I think Blade Show was on. He was visiting his mum. Sorry, gosh, my memory's not that bad. And and then I ended up getting that. Where did I get that from? That's terrible. Somebody gave that to me. I'm sure they did. How bad is that? What caused your debt? Yeah, what caused your debt? Knives. It's a bit like saying an AK-47 at the minute, isn't it? It's just, oh, especially over here, knives, they've just gone silly about knives now. And yet, whenever you see anybody getting arrested in the TV, it's a kitchen knife, of course. Who's going to take a £200, knife out? Name three knives you would never get for yourself and you're surprised you like them. Three knives that you get for yourself and you're surprised you like them. Boy, that's a good question. Well, if we're going to go to let's see, that one. I never thought I would ever get one of those, and it's amazing. The Hinderer. This is the XM18 Slippy version. I never ever thought I would get one of these because the big XM18s look big, bulky, and it's not the sort of knife that I would prefer. But this is just stunning. Never mind as a slip, as an everyday knife, this is just stunning. Love that one. Another one that I get that I thought I wouldn't like. Let me just see. Gosh, I can't think of another one that I would get that I got. Tony, that's too difficult. I'd have to pull all these out in front of you. I suppose the PM2 was one that I was, it wasn't, I wanted one because everybody else had one. I wanted it because everybody else had one. But when I got one, I realised, oh my goodness, this is a good knife. Super Steel Steve, how you doing? Could be a gift as well, yeah. Oh my goodness. Can't think. Can't think of another one that I don't like. No, that's it. Two's all you're getting. I bet there would be three GCEs. GECs. I mean, I love GECs. Full stop. They're just beautiful. I've got two. I've got that one and I have that one. Love them. They're just beautiful knives. This little boy, let me tell you, I wasn't sure about this. Sorry, Tony, there's another one. I wasn't sure I would like that. Although I like Benchmade. Now, since I put this forward choil on it, I can't tell you how much I love this knife. This is the way this knife should have been, I believe, having that forward choil. It is amazing. So confident. It's just astonishing. I carry this more than I care to tell you. I just love it. Love it. Now, I missed some questions there, haven't I? Anybody got any questions they want to ask? May versus GEC. May versus GEC. I think GEC, to be honest with you. May, I love that knife. I love the one that I've got here. I think it is the nicest Wharncliffe. And to cut, it is absolutely amazing. But look how much that's used already. But, and here's the big but, I do like the fit and finish, the clean fit and finish of a GEC, if that makes any sense. Plus, I love the bone handles. I think he does bone, but he doesn't do, rigid bone. I've got three Tucsons. Lovely knives, amazing knives. One of the best shaped knives that I've got is a Tucson. There it is here. There we go. One of the best knives. This was a gift from Everyday City Carry, right back, a year and a half, 2 years ago. Isn't that just beautiful? I love that. Not my sort of everyday carry, but Tony, I'm starting to find them now that I've stopped thinking of them. This is beautiful. It really is. And you see if you want to cut cardboard again or rope or anything, absolutely lovely. And D2 and Tucson do great D2 in my opinion. In my opinion, they do great D2. I'll tell you whose channel. You see if you go on to Hawaii Knife and is it Hawaii Knife and Tool? If you go onto his channel, he has the best collection of Tucson knives you'll ever see, and he gets them in constantly, maybe two or three a week, and they are some beautiful knives, beautiful, and especially he quite likes a big knife, and if there's an awful lot of you out there like bigger knives, they have some amazing knives that you sort of don't see that regular. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, it's Hawaii Knife and Tool. I'll actually put a wee thing up the next time I'm going to do a video on him. I love his channel, and he sits and does reviews in a bench or whatever, just looking out to sea in Hawaii. It's the most chilling video you'll ever get. The TS90 at half stop will cut you. Yeah, what was the other one that's just recently? The half stop. Oh, is it? Yes, my it's actually Slick Slicers has my one. It's the zip slip, and when you close it, it comes to nearly 3/4. Now, if you're holding right up the end, you can sort of stop it, but you have to be careful. Takes way too long to pull that blade. I love mine, I have to say. I love mine. Absolutely love it. I took the clip off mine because I just do not like that clip. I find it very uncomfortable. But after a while now, it's not as stiff as it was when I first got it. But this is one of the best slicers you'll ever find. An absolute cracker of a knife. I've done a video on half stops that'll be out in a day or two. Oh, good. Enjoy that. I like these videos on unusual things that people don't do a lot of. Well, look, folks, we're getting very near the end of the hour. I thank you so much for coming along. If you haven't seen my video for my 5,000 sub giveaway, please go over and have a look at it. It's 5,000 sub giveaway with a twist. It's a giveaway that's going to cost you $2 at least. So, pop over and see it. I put it up today. It'll be up there for about a month. So even if you can't afford $2 at the minute, it gives you a month to get the $2 scraped together. But it's a good giveaway and good knives. There's a Michael May custom knife, for my own custom knife Michael May made. Now, it's not an overly expensive one, but it's a nice big knife. And there's also a big, what's the other? There's an artisan knife, brand new, and there's a fidget spinner. So you can pop over that, and it'll cost you $2 to enter. Now, it's going to charity, but it'll tell you in the video. Does your wife have a favourite blade? No, my wife hates knives. She has now, I have to say, she does carry a knife now. She has one of the wee Rough Rider ladies' boots, and she keeps in her bag for cutting threads and things like that with the grandkids, or, things off the back of new clothes. So, yes, she does carry that now. But no, thank you, Slick. Any experience with CH knives? Yes, all good experience with CH knives, I have to say. Great knives. They're blade steel. I think if you go on Blade Banter, his steels, I think they've checked a few of the CH, and they're very good as well. So yeah, CH, definitely recommend CH knives. And you see on AliExpress at the minute, you see CH Kaiser, there's a few other ones. CH Kaiser, what's the other one? Brother, they're doing Brother, but they're actually doing some really good prices, very, very competitive. Now, I know you have to wait, but if you're on a budget, waiting is something I just get used to. It doesn't bother me that much at all. Okay, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for coming. Take care, have a lovely week, and I'll see you same time next Sunday. Goodbye, and God bless you all. Now, take care, Tony. Thanks very much indeed. Good night, everybody. Yous are all gorgeous people. Bye now.